the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yeah, like AP on all of my.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cousins now to throw on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, let's go. Green 80.
On second down, here's Bortles. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, spread left. Spread left. Green 80. Green 80.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Bortles now on first down. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Down. Shakes up, and the pressure gets to him again. Malik McDowell in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Green 80. Green 80.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They go play action here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Cousins now on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Bortles. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. To throw is Bortles. And that is incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now out comes Minnesota. And it's been a miserable for them offensively.
Isn't that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground. And that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. And his pass incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right and starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Yellow. There's a hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, Cousins. Flush to his right. Fighting through pressure. And he'll be brought down some. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cook throwing the penalty. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball back. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Bortles to throw. It got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Cousins. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, it's Cousins. Going up top. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
The Vikings on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And that's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Green 80. Green 80.
Bortles now on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Following the interception, Cousins. And this will be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson up and this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Emerson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Bortles. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Bortles going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain, they would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Green 80. Green 80. Lucy.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And he's got his man on the out route. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you.
Down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They go play action here on 1st down. Lets it fly for Thielen. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 45 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Cousins now on second down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Leave it, bring up 48.
And the blitz does come. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fernandez. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Cousins on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Morgan. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Cousins again. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they've let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
John Simon in on the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Bortles. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
39, Lucy.
Throwing is Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Trying. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Bortles now on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. He's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Second down, Cousins. Going right side here, and that's complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a give. This is Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Malik Jackson there to make the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Cousins. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold him to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Cousins to throw it. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Working out of the gun. Cousins. Flushed out right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Jags. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Green 80. Hey, spread left. Spread left. Eat. Watch the run.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. On first down, Bortles. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. And this time he's got the hook up. It's
downfield. Success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down, here's Bortles. And he will find his man on the outside. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Hank.
On first and 10, here's Bortles. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he comes back with one complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Fournette. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Bortles got to have this one. Eluding the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go.
A handoff. It's Murray. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. He's good. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Minnesota, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.